Okay, so as informed, I will discuss the minor question paper. But before that, I would like to finish the module, which will take like less than 10 minutes, I guess. Um, that you already 9 or 10 of, and I'm sure there are more going to join to discuss the paper. Okay, so anybody would like to summarize what we did in the last class, please? Any of you? कहाँ हो? मुझे कोई सुन भी पा रहा है या नहीं?
Ma'am, we talked about viruses and how they aid in bacterial genetic recombination, and we also talked about a little bit about conjugation.
So this module was all about understanding bacterial reproduction in the sense that the molecular biology aspect, because binary fission we had already covered, the molecular biology as to how DNA replicates, and then how there is variation in genetic makeup of bacteria because the binary fission would result into completely identical organisms. So we were looking at methods involved in or the three basic mechanisms of recombination, जिसमें हमने last time transformation or transduction किया था. Out of the two, or in fact out of the three, I try to explain to you why transduction happens to be the narrowest in range because of the requirement of a specific receptor for the cell. And then I started with conjugation, which was the only mechanism wherein a physical contact is required. And I try to tell you that it's a unidirectional mechanism wherein it's always from donor to recipient. By donor, I mean the one which has, let's say, an E. coli F plus, while the other one would be F negative, which will serve as the recipient. So let me just share and then we can start. Okay, so this is what we covered, and in the course of this module, I've been trying to also tell you about some initial experiments which have changed the concept in a revolutionary fashion. So whether it was for transformation or transduction or even conjugation, not for transduction though, we came across experiments wherein the first idea was put forth as to there being some genetic material involved. And here you saw how Lederberg and Tatum and then Davis basically confirmed that physical contact is required. So what actually happens so now I hope you're clear with transduction, you're clear what a prophage is, here you're clear what an episome is, because we'll be requiring the concept of episome here. So what typically happens in a normal an F prime cell and an F minus cell, F plus cell and an F minus cell, is that if this is the donor chromosome and this is the F factor, there are sex pili which are formed by the F positive cell, which forms the mating bridge, and it actually pulls the recipient towards itself. So then it is this purple one is the plasmid, the F plasmid, which is to be transferred. And if you remember in the last class, I mentioned that it is usually a single strand which is transferred from the donor to the recipient. So, and the transfer starts from ority, as the name suggests, it's origin of transfer. So from here you see that the transfer starts, and while the other strand gets degraded, the single strand enters into the F minus cell. Now I hope you're clear when I've explained to you, and this was the reason why I explained to you rolling circle model earlier. Please note that F plus is not losing its plasmid. Okay, I hope that is not a confusion here, because it is only passing on the single strand. If you remember, this is the leading strand, and as this is displaced, you know that at the 3' end there is going to be addition of nucleotides such that the entity of F plus remains as it is. And so a replication of this sort, so completion of F minus plasmid transfer results into, when you see the mating, the offspring would have, not offspring, but offspring is the wrong term. The resultant cells would be both F plus. I hope this is clear to you. And F plus, like I said, has the information to code for transfer. It also has the information to code for the sex pilus. So now you see that this F plus can also form a sex pilus, and it can further lead to transfer of the plasmid. So here what you're having is a case wherein the F factor can be transferred. However, in this method, you do not have any transfer of the chromosomal genes. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Because then we'll move on to something which is a little more complex than this. One of you, can you tell me, Gopika, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, इतना हेजिटेट करके क्यों, क्या चीज नहीं क्लियर हुई? गोपिका
नहीं, क्लियर ही है.
क्लियर है ना? इसमें कुछ नहीं है, सिंपल सी चीज है कि जो हमने पहले मेथड वो देखा था, ट्रांसफर कैसे होता है, तो ORI-T से शुरू होता है एंड plasmid is getting transferred, so F plus into F minus results into 2 F plus. Okay, now I told you that F plasmid is a plasmid which can exist both independently, or it can also exist in the form wherein it is integrated with the bacterial chromosome. When it is integrated with the bacterial chromosome, it is called as HFR cell. HFR stands for high frequency of recombination or recombinant, and we'll see how that phase is important. One thing that I wish to tell you here is that this transfer requires a physical contact in minutes. So let's say 30 minutes, plasmid can be transferred because of the small size of the plasmid. Now, when I say the HFR cell, I told you that here the F plasmid is integrated. Okay, so ORI-T will lie somewhere in the middle, somewhere, or maybe on one end. It will lie somewhere here. So not necessarily at the end. So if there is a mating between an HFR and an F minus cell, the single strand nick will be created at the ORI-T, because it is from there that the cell is going to, the plasmid DNA is going to be transferred to the recipient. But what will happen here is, so if for example this is the end which is going to enter into the F minus, you will notice that once it is transferred its plasmid, the plasmid DNA, it will then start transferring, because it is still integrated with the chromosome. You will see that it will start transferring the bacterial chromosome of the donor to the recipient. Okay, and even the donor DNA is then replicated in the host cell, just the way the plasmid DNA would be replicated in the recipient. So in this case, there is a very high chance, this is the reason it's called as HFR, there is a very high chance that the section of bacterial DNA enters into the recipient DNA. What happens next is, of course, जो चार fates हम लोगों ने बात की थी, it might get degraded, it might integrate, that's another point. But the entity is maintained in the donor cell as well. And what you have here is an integrated bacterial chromosome integrated with the plasmid which is being transferred. Okay, so now tell me, what is the result? An HFR into F minus will result into what kind of cells? इस केस में दो F प्लस फॉर्म हो रहे थे, इस केस में बताइए कोई. बताइए भाई कोई. रितिका जैन. ठीक है, देवप्रिया बताओ.
Ma'am, like normal cell create होगा and then it will keep on replicating, so the inserted that will remain HFR. That will remain HFR.
And what about this?
This won't become HFR, like it is written there, but जो भी integrate हुआ है then it will pass on to the other generations.
कहाँ लिखा है कि HFR है? मुझे तो नहीं दिखाई दे रहा है.
मैम ये राइट वाला तो लेफ्ट वाला सेल तो HFR है ना?
लेफ्ट तो HFR है, हम तो राइट की बात कर. HFR तो
मैम
मैंने
राइट
कहा, हाँ right का क्या
right
होगा?
right ma'am, right will be like a normal cell. It will continue on replicating, and then the integrated DNA will pass on to the other generations through normal cell division.
हाँ. So basically HFR into F minus will result into HFR into F minus only. ये clear है देवप्रिया?
Yes ma'am.
क्योंकि only a part of it is. So now if the physical contact is for a time duration of, let's say, I'll tell you, so it actually takes 100 minutes of contact for the entire plasmid and the chromosome to enter into the recipient. But under environmental conditions and even in vitro, it is not possible to maintain a physical contact of 100 minutes between two cells. So it is not possible for the entire thing to be transferred. If that is possible, if this would have happened, this would turn into an HFR. However, like I said, it is just not possible for the contact to be maintained for a duration of about 100 minutes, such that the plasmid as well as the chromosomal DNA is transferred from this end to the entirety. Okay, so in this case, the resultant is an HFR, the original HFR, and a F minus. Okay. So this is the state when the plasmid is integrated to the bacterial chromosome. Now, because it can exist as independent entity also, it will happen that at certain phase of its life, this plasmid would excise. Okay. And if this excision, I mentioned to you earlier about a third type of cell which can be formed, this excision is not proper, then instead of cutting exactly at these two termini, it might happen that the F plasmid, which is excised, has a part of the bacterial chromosome, and on either of the side it can happen. And then this F plasmid, which is no longer just containing the plasmid DNA, also has a bacterial chromosome part, is called as F prime cell. So basically in this case, for example, if you see, this is the integrated F factor, and these are just markers which have been shown. So LAC plus, TSX and TON are just in the blue side, you see some markers of the bacterial chromosome. This is an HFR chromosome, but when it excises here, what is being shown is an incorrect excision, such that the blue part, which contains, let's say, this flanking region, the LAC gene, is being transferred to this extra chromosomal DNA. And then if this F prime enters into an F minus cell, which already has another form of the LAC, there is a chance of recombination or introduction of variation, because the bacterial gene from the donor has also entered into the recipient. Okay. So just like in the case of HFR, here also there is a high chance of recombination. So basically the left side is what I explained to you, HFR cell forming an F prime cell due to incorrect excision. And if you see this happening, wherein the plasmid as well as a part of the bacterial chromosome is entering into the recipient cell, and because this is still a smaller entity, it can be transferred completely, you will see that there are copies more. So basically merozygote formation, extra copies of genes A and B are going to enter, क्योंकि यहाँ पे A और G carry कर रहा है ये plasmid enter into this recipient. So now tell me, if an F prime mates with an F minus, what is the resultant? दोनों सेल्स का वो बताइए आप मुझे, क्या कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होगी?
Both will become F prime.
प्रिया तुमने क्यों बोला? ये देखना था बाकी कितने लोग जगह हैं.
Sorry,
तो आपने आंसर दे दिया है. Yes. Both will become F prime, because the recipient also gets a copy, exactly a copy of what was present here as an extra chromosomal DNA, that is the F plasmid plus a part of the section of the bacterial chromosome. So both will become F minus. Now so this is what I have been asking you, HFR F minus होगा तो क्या result होगा, और F prime F minus होगा तो क्या result होगा. I would want you in this context, I would want you to study gene mapping, because this is something that we or is done in the lab to understand the sequence of genes in a bacteria by using one of these mechanisms. So you will see that the three mechanisms that we talked about are important in this aspect. I would like you to study this. From common man's perspective, you have to understand that such kind of a mechanism, especially in today's world when we're talking about antibiotic resistance, the property of antibiotic resistance or the gene for antibiotic resistance is majorly carried on plasmids. And we have noticed, or this is, of course, this is a global issue now, that antibiotic resistance has been spread through horizontal gene transfer. So even distantly related bacterial cells have been found to have antibiotic resistant genes just because of the resistant population transferring it to the sensitive population. And this is more common in gram negatives, though gram positives have also shown this method of transfer. Like I said, the mechanism happens to be different. Okay, so if there are any questions related to these three mating types, please ask me. If not, I will then move to the question paper. I hope the three mating types are clear. क्योंकि conjugation
Ma'am,
इतना
I have a
detail में.
doubt.
हाँ, Ashi, tell me.
Ma'am, when we were discussing the cross between an F plus and F minus, you said that the replication time would be like 2 to 3 minutes, whereas in the previous case.
Hold. I did not say replication time. I said transfer time.
Okay, I'm so what कितने टाइम तक वो दोनों cells साथ में जुड़े रहेंगे? Because here you said it will be only for 2 to 3 minutes.
Correct. That is a time which is very much possible in nature. तो उतने में F plus का transfer बहुत easily हो जाता है. अगर सिर्फ प्लाज्मिड, तुम्हें प्लाज्मिड और क्रोमोसोम के बीच में डिफरेंस पता है ना, the difference, sheer length is the F plasmid is very small, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
so that transfer is very much practical. Okay, but the transfer of the entire chromosome plus the plasmid as an HFR strain theoretically would require 100 minutes. Okay, so compare it. I mean, 2 minutes ka bridge formation is very much possible.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And same happens to be the case with F prime also, because it has a very small section of bacterial chromosome and it can easily be transferred during this time of physical contact. It's only for HFR that the entire transfer is not possible. Anybody else has a doubt here? Okay, I'm very happy to see so many people here. Okay, though it's still less than 1/3 of the class. Okay, so now I'll stop recording.